Well played today, first and foremost. When we spoke with Marco the other game, he said that you just need one game, just one innings to get yourself going for the season. Do you think today was that innings for you where you can click on from here on and bet at your best?
I hope so. Yeah, it hasn't been great. Haven't been getting the runs I wanted, but the team's winning, so it's a lot better when the team's winning. So hopefully, we've got some good momentum as a team, and hopefully we can just carry on with that.
That's 4 wins in a row now, and 3 of those with bonus points. The team now is in second place behind Paul, and in a prime position to actually, even get to that first qualifier to get to the final. How difficult now is it to just calm everything down, to still take it one game at a time, because now all the momentum is basically with you guys?
It's what we got to do. We got a game on Sunday. Get ready for that. Get ourselves as best we can ready to do that, and then this T20 game, the first 3 games, the momentum wasn't with us, and we've got it. So hopefully we can just carry on, ride the high while it's going, and then go from there.
And then second last one for myself. Those last 33 balls, that's from the 7 wickets tumbled. What is it that you guys spotted that just was able to turn things around in your favor to that degree where just 7 wickets just fell just like that?
Yeah, that wicket's not easy. I think the rate got to just under 12s and or like 10 and a halves, and to walk in on that wicket and score at that is really hard. So the bowlers, they bowled really well, and they stuck to the game plan, sort of just hit the wicket, and it did enough, and it got us. Got the wickets, and then once we got 1 wicket, new batters always tough to come in and sort of, and the crowd was, to walk into that must have been quite tough.
That's actually my last question. If you can just speak about the crowd. Today it was not as many people, but it sounded like it was a sold out crowd.
I reckon that stats are wrong. That was the loudest I've played in front of here. I always say it, this is the best place to play cricket as a home team, whether it's the Proteas or here. As when you're winning, when they're singing "Bye Bye Joburg," they sing that, but it's so cool to play in front of.
Tristan, someone actually said to me when I arrived today, I've just seen Tristan Stubbs and he's making runs today. Have a look about it. Was there anything different for you today?
Also, I've been carrying a niggle, and I can bat properly again. So yesterday was the first time I batted for 2 hours, so I can actually hold the bat properly again. So and I came here earlier just to check it out. I had a feeling today I was gonna
So you came early to the ground?
Well, I literally live 400 meters down the road, so I may as well.
But what were you thinking when you were here early?
Just when the weather's good here, the cricket's normally good, and the crowd's gonna come out. So I just had a feeling it was gonna be I actually surfed for 3.5 hours yesterday, so I was pretty stoked anyway.
It's been a bit of a thing for sunrisers, just top order runs and losing early wickets. And while you did lose one today, that was quite early. But that for you, and I guess also out there for David Bettingham as well. But how is that feeling amongst the two of you being out there together scoring runs? Because it's been hard to come back.
I think our sort of blueprint the first years was sort of similar to today, especially playing here about 40 for 1 or 2 after the power play, get to 100 at 13, and then go from there, because it's not easy to bat here. We didn't have the greatest start like runs wise, but I think we were 37 for 1 after the power play, and the 4-1 is the big thing, because then you got wickets in hand towards the back end.
And what do you gain from knowing that Aiden's coming in the kind of form that he's in?
It's like, when Source is batting well, he just pretty much anchors through the innings, striking at 150 to 180, and it makes your job so much easier. When you come in, you can just get him on strike, and then at the back end, he can do his thing, and if you're in, you can try and match him.
And I'm just wondering if when you guys were in the field, genuinely looked like with every one of those wicket celebrations tonight, there was something really extra in it, massively pumped. Did it feel like that for you?
I think it's I mean, I really wanted to win for the crowd. Sort of, it's Friday night. Moment we got a few wickets, the people there in the bandstand just got, and it's just actually so cool to play in front of more than winning anything else.
And just as far as the season goes now, do you feel there's anything that's changed? When you said what's changed for you yourself, but has something changed since you started on this win run?
Yeah, I think we just needed a win. A few of us came straight from the test series, arrived the day before. We weren't really like the previous 2 years. We had come in like 4 or 5 days before the first game, even though we never won the first game, but we were together. So it just took us a while to gel together as a team, and now I think everyone's enjoying it, enjoying being together, and then it's playing out on the field.
Tristan, it feels like when you look at the senior core in the side, they're just ticking over and ticking boxes. Do you feel like now that you've contributed as well, it's just another tick box for the side?
I said it's when you're not doing well, it's a lot easier when the team's winning. So I take confidence from today, but it's one knock, so I need to keep going, try and contribute a bit more.
And is there a bit of band in addition that Marco walks out before you a couple of years?
No, he was smacking it, and I could barely pick up a bat, so I don't mind.
Coach, how difficult is it to put a side together and the balance of the squad when you're losing players every other day?
Yeah, it's a challenge. We're not alone. There are other teams that are having injury problems, but ours seem to be in the fast bowling department. So it has tested us. We've made a lot more changes game to game than what I thought we would be doing. Just trying to find some rhythm and some players that will take opportunities. So it is a challenge. It's not an excuse. We created some opportunities today to win the game and had some players step up who haven't played a lot of pressured T20 cricket. So I'm proud of that. But little things come back to bite, so we just got to make sure we tidy those up and keep educating, which is on a fast track at the moment.
You mentioned the fact that there was a particular point at the big point where it looked like you actually were ahead of the game. And
yeah.
What actually transpired to go the other way?
Yeah, it's a really good point. Digesting that, as you asked the question, they played well. They're a nice balanced side. They've got rhythm back into their game, and they're at home. We've had 3 away games, which they do play a part in this tournament. So we're looking forward to getting back to Johannesburg and to our home conditions. But I would have said there's 2 or 3 times that we were in front of the game. Sometimes a nice margin ahead of the game, but just lack of attention to detail and perhaps a little too eager to continue getting ahead rather than just cementing the position that they've gained. So, and then we got a little bit frantic. I think the last 10 overs wasn't ideal, and we gave up a good position pretty quickly.
Last one for you. You say you're getting home conditions. Do you actually know what you're going to get?
No, it's a very good point. I just thought I'd say that so the boys can read it and be positive. But the thing, the surroundings, we have had a good record there. We find a way there. It can vary in what we play on, but there's a level of comfort around the changing room and hotel that we look forward to. So there's familiarity, which can be a positive, but it doesn't hide the fact we've got to get better.
Coach, despite the loss,
Yeah.
what positives can you pull from this performance from your end?
We competed well. We've got some guys who are just trying to find how good they are at this level, and they, for periods of time, especially with the ball, did really well. The little things I talk about are like the no balls, just the field changes, maybe at pressure times. We are just a little bit behind where we need to be, so just marrying up the execution and the plans, that to me is a little thing. So tidying that up and making sure you are into the game, not into yourself. Sometimes you can get caught up with how you're bowling, and and what the delivery was like rather than what the game is asking for. So we just need to keep educating around game sense. I thought they were very good the last 10 overs. They used conditions really well. But we gave them an opportunity by, again, batting wise 10s, 20s, 30s doesn't win anything. And that's unfortunately the habit we're in at the moment. We're getting into a good position with a good batting order, but we're just giving up wickets, which is unacceptable.
And then the last one from me, if you can speak about the bowling performance of Tristan Stubbs, particularly for that last over that you gave him during your bowling innings. His performance just for me.
Yeah, well, his story is a good one. So he played in a warm-up game against us, and then we had a number of injuries, so he came in. So his rise to opening the bowling and being one of the main death bowlers is quite meteoric, and we're really pleased with his progress. He is learning on the go. We're not getting many practice days, so a lot of it is tutorials and a lot of talking, but I think he's really developing. He's got some lovely skills, some subtle skills. He just needs to keep developing how to use those and when to use those, and he is making great progress, so we're really happy with him.
I just wanted to ask, an interesting feature of this tournament that is back-to-back fixtures where you play each other at
Yes.
home and away. So how do you approach that as a coach when you've had a loss like this with your players?
More an opportunity. We go back to conditions. We talked about conditions that should be in our favour. It's a different surface, and I say that because they've learnt to play pretty well here. I think there's been bonus points, and they have adapted their game to the conditions at home 3 in a row, I think it is, or 3 out of 4. So we've only played 2 early on. So we just need to get comfort in the fact that we're going home with a different surface and different surrounds, and sometimes you look for small positives. Fine margin. So as I say, we're bossing the game up to 10 overs with the bat tonight. We just got to make sure that if we can create that window again, we go through it. So it's really small, but there's no major. You got no major time to make big changes. You've just got to make sure that mentally there's a bit of resilience, and we rectify some of the simple mistakes. It's not rocket science. Anyone else? All good?